Your heart is racing, you're not able to sleep at night, and your palms are sweaty. Yes, it's tax time. And you're getting ready to file your tax return, and there's still a great deal of information that you haven't pulled together. Well, there's still a few things that you can do in 2012 and deduct on your 2011 tax return. One of those, for instance, is an IRA. If you're under age 50, you can contribute as much as $5,000 per year. If you're over 50, $6,000 per year. The question is whether it's deductible or not. Even if you're an active participant in a plan, if you're single and you make between $56,000 and $66,000, you can deduct a portion or all of your IRA. If you're married and you're filing jointly, you can deduct as much as, you can have income as much as $89,000 to $109,000 and still get a fully deductible IRA. It may be phased out within that frame, but you get a deduction even if you're an active participant in a retirement plan. If you're not able to get a deduction and you still want to make a contribution to an IRA, you might want to consider a Roth IRA. It's not deductible, but it does have after-tax money that goes in, builds tax-free, and when you retire, you can pull the money out without tax. You can contribute to a Roth, although there is phase-out limits. If you're single, it's phased out between $107,000 and $122,000 for your ability to contribute to a Roth. And if you're married filing jointly, it's phased out with incomes, modified adjusted gross incomes between $169,000 and $179,000. One other way that many people may not be aware of is if you are a participant in a health savings account, you can also contribute now and get deduction on your 2011 tax return. And if you're single, you can contribute as much as $3,050. And if you're filing jointly, or as a family, you can contribute as much as $6,150. If you're paying for any qualified educational expenses, a couple of credits you should be aware of: the American Opportunities Credit and the Lifetime Learning Credit. The rules are fairly complex, so it is important to go through an IRS publication just to review them to make sure that you do qualify. The American Opportunity Credit, a portion of that is refundable even. Which brings up an interesting point. You know, the IRS has wonderful publications. Many times people ask us questions and they don't realize that if you go to www.irs.gov, they have publications on almost every topic, from IRAs to health savings account to almost any topic that is covered under the tax code. They do a really great job of providing that information to you, and it's free. If you find that you're getting to the end of tax time and you need some extra time, please be aware that you can file an extension. It's Form 4868. Again, you can go to the IRS website and you can get that form. Please understand, though, that if you owe taxes, you do have to pay it with your extension. So what do you do if you owe taxes, you want to file for an extension, or you want to file your tax return and you don't have the money to pay? Well, the IRS can work with you. That you can go online, and if you owe money and you don't have quite enough to cover everything and you're trying to get everything handled properly for your taxes, they have an online installment agreement that you can do in a worst case scenario. So there are still many options, and there are some things that you can do now. Lastly, please make sure when you're looking at your tax return that you're looking at it very closely so that you can document everything that's on there. And then once it's done, it's filed, you can then sleep again good at night.